Today, Hobart Candy Warehouse closed for the last time, which is a real shame, to be honest, because I kind of like that store. I didn't go in there as much as I would have liked, but it's one of those places that it's always been open, especially when I was growing up. My parents would go in there a fair often when we were doing waste oil collection. We'd go in there a fair bit to pick up the oil, so I kind of remember doing that when I was a teenager. I remember going there myself, picking up things, but now it's finally gone. They closed their doors today at about 3 o'clock, and since their initial advertisement about them closing, which I think was 2 weeks ago, I have gone in there a couple of times and made some purchases. So I thought, why not do a show and tell? And while yes, this is a very sad thing, they've closed, and just so you get the idea of the actual date, Friday the 6th of March, 2020. So let's get on with this show and tell. First thing is this builder's film. As for what I intend to use it for, well, I'd like to do some spray painting, so I thought this might be actually very useful if it's thick enough. I haven't actually bothered to open it up, and I probably should have bought maybe another 2 of these, but meh. The other thing is I want to build a sort of bag protector for the rain, something that is made of plastic, and I'm hoping this is thick enough. If it's not, I'll probably end up just going back to Spotlight at some point when I've got some money and buying some thicker plastic that I'll be able to use if this isn't thick enough. Now I did buy 2 of these, so that's a bit of a point. Cork gun. Someone at Hacksaw had said they went and bought one of these, and I'm thinking, you know, there are probably going to be some times I'm actually going to want to use one of these, and this was $1, so I thought, screw it. Some wing nuts. I just thought, well, why not? And I got 2 of them. Although I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with those. There's a bunch of receipts. So these are some router bits. Now I do own a router. The router will take these. They will take both, so I didn't waste my money. I possibly have one like this already, but I figured, well, why not get a nice shiny brand new one instead of one that's completely rusted or buggery. Bit of a point. I think these were like $5 each. Or 10, I forget. Anyway, I've got some router bits. I think I got another one, but I'm not sure. Now I did pick this up. I spent about $20 on this, so it was probably more than what I really should have spent, but I got a cordless drill. Didn't have any drill bits. Now I got up to 6.5, whatever the gauge is for these metric. Anyway, so I've got some drill bits for the drill I have. Sharpie. Bought a bag, and turns out that bag had a mark on it that I wanted to get rid of. Couldn't get really rid of it using acetone, so Sharpied it. And I'm thinking, probably happen again, so I'll need a Sharpie. Dremel polishing compound, and I bought 4 of these. Now I didn't pay the $9.99, it was like 20% off, but that's the only amount they seem to have dropped these. The other thing I got with that are these. Didn't pay that price, but these are brushes for Dremel. I haven't checked, but I really do hope they work with the 4200 series, which is the one I own if I recall correctly. I want to do some cleaning up of metal and stuff. I want to do a plane restoration, and I'm hoping that this polishing compound will come in good handy for that. But I've got 4 of them. This is like a, oh crap, the brushes are out moment, so I'll probably end up never using them, but always good to have. Another Dremel bit that I picked up. Now I do have the adapter that will allow me to use this in the router that I have, but the important thing is that I can now do these sort of holes when I'm able to build my little workstation, which I hope to do a video on. Loctite. I learned about this a long time ago, and I've been wanting to get my hands on it, and I finally did. Whether or not I'll be able to use it or have a use for it, I don't know. But knowing what it is and that I'll be trying to assemble some stuff, I do believe it may come in handy at some point, especially with work. 4 hacksaw blades. I need to get about a hacksaw, and that's going to be about $25. I saw these and I'm thinking, do I want to get some, I believe, German brand hacksaw blades? Yeah, I think I do. Now this is the reason why I'm doing the video particularly today. I was going to wait maybe a couple of days, but you know, whatever. So this chuck, I believe you put it into a driver. Yeah, so you get a drill and you get the... Anyway, my intention for this is to put it with a lathe that's at Hacksaw. Now the shaft here is too small to actually fit in, but where it would go is circular. So this would hold drill bits for the small lathe that we've got at Hacksaw. This is too small to actually be properly mounted in, so I'm hoping that a few people at the space might be able to work out something, or we might be able to contact someone who can build us an adapter that will allow us to pop this into the lathe and be able to use it. It'd be very nice because, you know, I want to be able to play with a lathe, and this is something I could see very important. So that's going to go to Hacksaw soon. Now the next lot, what do we got? A wood bit, some drill. Now I don't think I need the 10mm or 22mm, and you're going up larger. I think I might actually need to drill something like that, but at this point I don't know. But still, I thought, well, it could be useful. I do want to do a bit of woodworking, so wish I could get more, but money. Disposable drill bits. Well, they can do metal and wood, which is two materials I like to be able to work with. I want to do some work with aluminium, so I don't have to worry about busting the drill bits that I've purchased. Pin punches. Now, I thought I was going to go back and buy some more, but by the time I had by the time pay had come around, they sold. Still, finding small ones like this, I just probably could find them easily, just the cost. But since these were cheaper, well, yeah. Plus, they're not the cheap ones. This is the cheap one, and it's a bit apart because I pulled it apart, had a bit of a play with it. I come across the retaining clips, or the snap rings, are those things called. I know at some point I'm probably going to use this, but after having a play with it on the bus, it's a total piece of shit. I need to get proper ones. Probably should get a proper one of this. Now, I would have to have some practice with it. However, this allows you to remove screws that have broken. As you can probably tell, it says screw extractor set. And I have come across this online a fair bit, and I do have a fear that occasionally I may get to a point where I pull apart a sewing machine and a screw breaks. So I do hope this will help with that. Got to learn how to use it though. Now I'm going to have to pause this for a minute. Okay, so I got this. Now I didn't buy this. This was literally on the side of the road. So when I saw this thing, I thought, ooh. Oh, and the last thing I purchased was this and this. So this is going to be for a gag for work. I really hope I don't get yelled at for doing it, but I swear to God, when someone sleeps at work on a regular basis, I just want to put up a sign saying, "Attention, sleeping in progress" or something. I just have to do that. I've been waiting for something like that. Finally got it. It's only $2. This was only $5, so. But I was thinking, oh, you know, I got a Makita back. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't. It's like, bleh. Anyway, why not pull it apart? Ooh, it's got the snap. The downside is there was like no manual with this thing. It was just as it is. Wow, it's actually gotten kind of dark. Oh, crack her open. Yeah. I don't see much of a coating on this, which I was expecting it to be. Alright, I'm guessing that's a MOSFET. Well, isn't this interesting? So, if I bring this up here, this I see here has been completely blanked. And then under here, oh wow, the lighting really sucks right now, doesn't it? So as you can see, that chip has been completely blanked out, which is a bit perplexing. Anyway, with that said, just refocus this. Yeah, it's a little USB charger that you'd plug onto a battery and then use this to, well, charge anything off USB from the, well, from a tool battery. Which is actually a really interesting thing, I'd have to admit. I was a bit surprised when I started seeing these, although it kind of makes sense since you'd have people with smartphones or that have something that runs off USB and they want to power it some way. So this would allow that. Now, my theory is this chip is going to have something to do with USB. And that plugs into something, but I'm not sure what. I mean, I don't even know if I don't have a manual for this, and when I had a quick look online when I was in the store trying to decide if I should buy it or not, I'm thinking, I have no idea. Anyway, I found the one online and it should be something like $40 to buy, and I'm thinking, it's a bit much. Okay, so I'm recording this after the fact, but totally forgot to do it. I wanted a proper vise. Couldn't get the vise that I wanted. And well, yes, this technically is a proper sort of vise. I wanted one of those like fully stainless steel things that, yeah. So while this has definitely got a bit of grunt to it, I'd feel comfortable drilling with it. But there is no way in hell I'd be smacking something with a hammer really hard. You know, maybe cutting, but like I said, I wouldn't trust this to when you're smacking something with a hammer, and plus it's not really that long. So that does look like a decent distance, but that's probably about as wide as you could go. I'm not going to measure that, but there's really nothing holding this back from, well, coming off, which is probably good if you want to clean it, but so anyway, my intention, why would you buy buying this? Actually, the purpose, my video for the final video for the Nintendo Switch AC adapter, I'm going to need something like this to fix. Well, I need to hold it in some way and then drill a hole, maybe two. Actually, no, I need to drill two. This will hopefully help. But anyway, I'll pop in the other part and hopefully make it look better than I did. Anyway, yeah, you know what? Stuff it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to shove this back in here because I really don't care. I want to keep this video under 15 minutes. So I'm probably going to delete the whole point about me trying to put this back together. Anyway. Always fun doing show and tell. Anyway, thanks for watching. Yibbity yibbita.